Hello everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. Tonight we're going to be making some stuffed peppers. So a little bit of a twist on it, of course. You know that I'm not all about the saturated fats, and I do more plant-based stuff. If you want to modify this recipe just a little bit and put some meat into it, you can use some ground turkey or some ground chicken, but really trying to stay away from those red meats is a better option if you can. But this is a plant-based option, still got all the flavor. You will not even miss that meat, I promise you. So in this one, we're stuffed peppers. We went ahead and started here by cutting our peppers, cleaning out the insides. So what it is, I cut the top off, cleaned out all the stuff from the inside, put a little bit of tomato sauce in the bottom. That adds for the flavor, but that also makes sure that they don't stick to the bottom of the pan. But so those are there and ready. So now we need to make our stuffing. So as far as the stuffing for those, I went ahead and put a little bit of olive oil in here. Got it heated up, and then I'm gonna take some garlic, which is already been cut up. You can cut up your own garlic if you want to, but this is the best thing ever. I would never have to cut my own garlic ever again. All right, so that, we're gonna stir that around a little bit. Hearing it sizzle, get it started. And you don't really have to sizzle that for very long. It doesn't take long, maybe about a minute or so. And keep your heat down around a 4. So once I've got that part going, the next thing I'm gonna do is go ahead and put in some tomato sauce. So 2 cans, about half of that first can we used to put in the bottom of that. The other part we're gonna put into the pan here. So I've got that. That's a nice little sauce base. Stirring it in there with the garlic. And you wanna make sure that you keep your heat to where it's not gonna splatter all over you. And as this tomato sauce heats up, it will splatter. So just take caution. Go ahead and try to have all your other ingredients ready to put in as quick as you can. So I'm gonna put in some black beans. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I like a little extra substance everywhere I can get it. And it also helps to thicken things up a little bit. Then I got that. Next thing I'm gonna do is put in some tri-colored quinoa. I buy it in these bulk containers because it's way cheaper that way, and I just kind of sprinkle in what I need. So quinoa, the thing with this is it will cook up in whatever liquid that you put it in. If you go ahead and stir your beans in there a little bit, and then you take your quinoa and you sprinkle it in, use about a quarter to a half a cup. That was closer to a quarter of a cup because it will swell up while it cooks. There we go, got that. Now I'm gonna add in my seasonings. I'm gonna start with a little bit of salt and pepper, and this is to taste. Remember, there's nothing wrong with salt if you don't have extreme hypertension. Salt adds some flavor, and if you put it in yourself instead of buying the stuff that's loaded with salt, it actually is a little bit more of a benefit to you. This is called garam masala. So this blend, it has like a little bit of a sweet to it, but it doesn't have sugar in it. It is so good, and it adds a little bit of a different kick. So if you're used to more of that Italian blend where you always use an Italian seasoning for your stuffed peppers, try this because it's going to give it a whole different taste, and I'm addicted to it. You're just going to absolutely love it. So for this, I don't use the sprinkle. I use take the top off. Here's my measuring spoon. You see, 1 teaspoon. Oh, 2 teaspoons. There we go. Oh, 2.5. I love it so much. Okay, put that in there. So now we got a little sweet kick to it. Stir that up, and we're gonna let it simmer, and we're gonna let those seasonings mix, and we're gonna let that quinoa come to a full thickness. And so this video we're gonna do, you're actually gonna have to watch 2 videos. You have to watch both parts of it because it's probably gonna take about 10 minutes for this to really get to boiling and simmer up to where this is the way we want it to put it into our stuffed peppers. So again, tomato has so much flavor that if you're gonna be doing things and you're gonna be trying to do the healthy lifestyle, you can modify almost anything because it's the flavors that we love. And when you start to take away some of that meat that has that nasty grease taste to it, and you start to get the real flavor of the food, you're gonna be so impressed with yourself, and you're never gonna miss any of the other stuff. And we're not even gonna use cheese in this, by the way. So, all right, I'm gonna keep stirring this, and I'm gonna show you how it looks in just a little bit once it's finished. So watch the second video that goes along with this series so that you can see once we stuff our peppers.